Perfection paralyzes you. And if you're like me and you think that you will start a new project, you will switch to some new profession or job, or you'll probably try to socialize and find friendship at some point when you're completely ready, when things are perfect for that, like when there is this perfect moment, then I assure you this moment will never arrive. Why? Because perfection doesn't exist. And I have been introspecting lately. What does make me so angry, so indignant when I see people on YouTube, Instagram, other social media, people who, for example, speak quite bad English, or whose English is not even remotely close to the grammatically correct one, and they actually summon up their courage, let's say it this way, kind of a polite way, to come out like this and start communicating with other people using this language, I mean English. And I have examples when people speak English which is not immaculate and they call themselves English teachers, or they're just tutors in their free time after work, or those people who are trying to teach someone else how, for example, to shift to the IT career from whatever field you're in currently. I know the girl who is a blogger, and she's a pretty successful one if she has over 10,000 subscribers on Instagram, who hasn't found even the very first job in IT, and she was learning how to code on some online free platforms like Codecademy, or for example Solo Learn or Free Camp or whatever. I don't know what are popular now because I did it back like 7 years ago. And she has been already teaching all these several months other people how to switch to this industry, how to become a software engineer or quality assurance engineer, what path you should choose in this journey of yours to IT. And every time I see this, I'm trying to understand what makes me so resentful, indignant, what pisses me off so much. Because come on, I have been in IT for over 7 years by now, right? And I have no nerve to start teaching people how to get into this industry, or how to code, or how to find a job here in this industry, especially in the United States. So same with English. I don't consider my English good enough even to speak like this on camera for YouTube. I was thinking why actually, because like these couple years I spent 30% of time throughout this couple years I spent reading original books, I mean books in English, different genres. I don't know, maybe it was around 50 or 60 books. When I have time, I usually read before my bedtime, and I linger till sometimes 2 a.m. or even sometimes till 3 a.m. But I was thinking like, why not? Why I'm not still enough? Why I can't finally do that? Because I had this intention of starting English speaking channel forever. Technically, 3 years ago, I came to the United States, and first thought of mine was actually to start filming videos in English so that I could have a broader audience and I could share my knowledge with people. But again, I was thinking, okay, like the surroundings are not very good, the interior of my husband's house is not to my taste, so I don't feel comfortable to film here. The other problem was that we have a dog who always stomps and barks and whines. Then, since we have this open space area in our house, literally there is no room that could be soundproof and isolated. So every time I start filming, there is some background noise, there is some clatter of tableware, or his TV works too loud, or things like that. And I thought, like, okay, maybe later, but when? When later? Life is too short. I've been recommended to go and do biopsy very soon. So I don't know if I have this time in my life to wait for perfect moments. But I digressed. What I was going to say, that I was analyzing, introspecting why this pisses me off so much when people do that, and I understood, because this is what I would like to do, but I can't, because I am a perfectionist. I always experience this imposter syndrome, and there are one overconfident, super self-confident people who think that if they scratch some surface of some knowledge or whatever, some expertise, and their experience is still very superficial, but they think that they have mastered all of that, and they're like competent enough to share this with people, to start teaching people, to start mentoring people, even though their own IQ may be not that high, maybe their emotional intelligence level is not enough to interact with people properly, let alone their knowledge in that area. The other extreme of the situation are people who are just sitting like this and holding their heads and oh my god, there is such immensity of knowledge and things in the world that I will never be able to embrace, that I'm just nothing, I don't know anything, I am not good enough. And actually those people more than often are super educated, super intelligent, they are so versatile in different senses. I understood that I don't want to be neither of them. I just want to be in the middle. And as soon as I convince myself, right, that I am enough, probably that will turn into the benefit. If I start this challenge I came up with, like 30-day challenge, when every day I'll speak English, yes, I can lose some subscribers, which is not a big of a deal because I don't have too many subscribers yet to be worried about this, to be concerned about this. Or maybe there are haters that will show up on my channel, and I don't have too loyal followers either to be sort of like abashed of having the negative reviews, because there are no reviews, there are no comments at this point whatsoever. But what will I have? On the other hand, I will have the prospect of mastering this language better, because since the time I came to the United States, I have been speaking English to a very limited degree, mostly at work, and those are technical conversations mostly. At home, but again, the mundane conversation with the husband, for example, are very simple and trivial, and this is not like any sophisticated language that we use at home. And moreover, my husband is so brief and taciturn, and he actually hates talkative people and chatterboxes like me. So I'm kind of suppressed and constrained here at this point too. So maybe this challenge will actually improve my English, and also I will prove to myself that perfectionism is my enemy. This stops me from progressing towards my desired goals, I would say, cherished dreams. And I'm sorry that I'm lisping a little bit because I'm having my Invisalign, and this tray is actually causing this. The sixth one, previous five didn't do that to me. So yeah, there are pros and cons related to any risk, to any challenge, but I think that I will choose the benefit and advantage of the situation, and I will just step over my fears, step over my vulnerability, insecurity of not being perfect. I'm not sure what I'll be talking about. Whatever, it doesn't matter much as long as I speak English here. So if you're interested to follow this journey of mine in my struggles with English on this channel, you're welcome to join. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, you can do that if you want. If you don't want, you don't owe me anything. It's not mandatory. I'm not forcing you to do that. So yeah, I'm kind of scatterbrained today, but whatever. I'll wrap up here. Bye bye.